Can I?
No.
You can tell me if you're comfortable with this, Chris.
Never.
I'd really love to read a quote from you that you sent us earlier and have that be the intro.
Oh no, what was the... Which one? I feel like I've had some gems today.
You have, but there's one specifically.
It's been a day.
This is a direct quote from Chris, sent to us and a couple friends. I could look it up, but this is funnier. My wife and I are talking about history. Who's the founding daddy with the kite and the French hookers? I've been obsessed with this quote from Chris all day.
Why? So why? I need some context to this story.
Yeah, please.
Chris.
We were at the fucking Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru, and we were fucking... I pulled out some cash.
Okay. Starts with we were at the Dunkin' Donuts.
And my wife was like, "Well, who's on the 100?" Because we were talking about George Washington. She was like, "Well, the $1 bill seems a little low." And I was like, "Yeah, for the the prime founding daddy and all that. It's not founding daddy prime. It gets settled with the $1 bill." And she was like, "Well, who's?" She was like, "Who's on the $100 bill?" And I'm like, "Oh, the fucking isn't it? What's his face? The French hooker guy. Oh God, what's his name? I couldn't. The name was gone."
So
Chris,
instead of using Google, you sent this to us to ask.
I was already reading
Yahoo Answers level shit.
Listen, I was already reading something on our Discord server, so it was fucking there and open. It's like, I'll ask.
Listen here, Josh, you fuck. Don't get me started on fucking Yahoo Answers.
I know, by the time this releases, it's gone.
God, Josh is a nightmare with these fucking Yahoo
Answers. I was
Answers.
stuck for like half an hour last night. I popped into our one voice chat that we just chill out
I was already on there with a friend reading out the names of articles of Yahoo Answers.
Well, yeah, I just pop in, and Josh is just fucking listing off Yahoo Answer articles, and I wanted to die so badly that moment.
I stopped because you were uncomfortable with it until I left the call, in which I dropped another one and then left.
Yeah, Josh fucking drops one on me and disappears. I was like, "Oh, you bastard!"
I believe it was "What country is Queen Latifah royalty of?" which was really good.
That's what it was.
Hello and welcome to Star Wars Every Week Forever, the podcast where we watch one Star Wars movie every week forever. This week, I'm getting a news report that those clones are attacking. Who are they attacking? Apparently the Confederacy?
They're attacking my will to live.
Yeah, that too.
They're attacking Dinotopia.
Why would you... Ben, how was your watch?
Oh no, I think the clones have gotten Ben.
Ben's role will now be played by Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito, come on our podcast, play Yoda.
Hey, those clones, they be attacking.
No, Ben was attacked by the clones. Ben will be replaced by Tamara Morrison.
I can't do it, Tamara Morrison.
Slowly, eventually, this podcast will be replaced by 3 Tamara Morrisons.
Oh my god!
This the holy
a yearly ritual where they sing Rocket Man.
The Holy Trinity. It's just a podcast of Tamara Morrison, Bret Hart, and fucking
Kurt Angle and Danny DeVito. People would actually listen to that podcast.
That would be the only thing I watched or listened to for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That would be it. Like what?
What more?
Chris, how was your watch?
My watch was not. Now I'm thinking about that shows I would rather be watching than fucking Star Wars Attack the Clones.
Yeah, that ain't that true.
That's how my watch went. It's badly. Fucking it would. It's a bad movie.
I'd rather be watching literally anything other than almost anything other than Attack of the Clones.
And the Boneless Pears.
I quadrupled down on being forced to pay attention to this movie this week.
Oh, God.
And it was so much worse for it.
Oh, God. What did you do?
I was getting a little lazy and not rewinding every time I would draw my attention somewhere else. So I did that this time and was very strict about it, and my life is hell. I am in terrible pain. But it did lead to the greatest discovery I've made in the history of the podcast.
Oh, I already know what this is, isn't it?
It was very important I shared this on Discord because I knew if I didn't, it was a 10-minute break for me to find it.
It was such like a
peek of this.
It really was. It was like homework. Here's this. I need you to watch this before you record.
Josh goes, it's 26 seconds. Just watch it.
Exactly. Which, with the group of friends we have, is a dangerous fucking starter. This is 26 seconds. Just watch it. Like that's.
So, I do not have a timestamp, but it's pretty easy to figure out when I describe it this way. If you want to find what I'm about to describe, look for the scene where 3PO's head is on a B1 droid. He is in a not a wide shot, a close shot. I forget. Fucking screw all of my learning. But it's a body shot up. It's a medium shot, and 3PO is shooting at Kit Fisto. Specifically Kit Fisto. If you watch as you see 3PO shooting, there is a gentleman behind 3PO. So, I've written down a descriptor because I didn't want to miss any possible...
Hard-hitting journalism here.
I didn't want to miss anything in describing this. So, there is a man holding two lightsabers with the hilts in a backward wrist grip 3 feet away from an awaiting droid. And this isn't like Starkiller in Force Unleashed holding the blade in a backwards hilt. I don't know if that's the real name for it, but it's what it is.
Underhand grip.
A reverse grip.
It's an underhand grip. This man, it would be impossible based on the way this man's moves to turn it around in order to attack someone.
The problem with the way he is holding the lightsabers and also swinging them is that he's holding them underhand, but he's like swinging them around like he's holding them in a regular grip.
And he's swinging them like helicopter style. Like he's just doing big circles, and then he just stabs the ground.
Yeah. So it's obvious from the start that he was in a neutral position waiting for someone to call action. Because, like, it has that, like, actor, do I go now or not, like, hesitation to it. So there's a droid on the ground, and there's a droid on his knees, on their knees, holding a rifle up towards this individual, but there's about 5 feet between them. And this man, well, first of all, the sabers. So there's just so much in these few seconds. The way he's holding the sabers when the shot starts, there's one pointed down at the sand and there's one pointed up directly. It's very horizontal. I'm convinced there's a couple of reasons why there's a dead droid on the ground. One of them is to prevent you from noticing that the lightsaber is clipping with the sand, because his stance was so low that if they had fully rendered that lightsaber, it would be in the sand.
This guy is like a fucking Bethesda game NPC.
He is. He really is.
like this is a fucking background character in Fallout New Vegas.
I'm just picturing like fucking Oblivion. You're rolling up to Kravach for the first time, and this dude's in the background fighting demons.
Yeah.
This is the kind of dude in a Bethesda game that will start to talk to you, and then someone else crosses his peripheral and starts walking into him, and you see him slowly pushed outside of view from him because the collision is fucking awful. So.
Also, before you at me, I'm aware that I said Bethesda games and then named the only post-acquisition Fallout not made by Bethesda, so.
I still blame Bethesda. Come at me with that hate. You can find me on the main Twitter account at SWEWF if you want to yell at us.
Is this the first time we've plugged the Twitter account on the show and not in the intros that nobody probably listens to?
The outro.
Or the outro?
I think so. Yeah.
So he steps...
Yeah, we have a Twitter account.
Yeah, we have a Twitter account. Please
come talk about
underhand.
Come talk about underhand Jedi guy with us.
We tweet links to all of the formats in which we are on, unless it takes like over a day for them to go up, because that happens all the time. Also, we harass Danny DeVito all the time to come on and play Yoda, which is a new thing that I will not stop.
Josh harasses Danny DeVito.
I mean, yes, everything that you see on that Twitter account is my fault. So this two-lightsabered man steps forward so fucking slowly, doing 3 non-effective flourishes toward a droid that has ample opportunity to fire at him, that he has literally no chance of parrying because he has no control over the sabers in his hands. But he doesn't fire the entire time. The droid just sits there on his knee and points.
Because it was probably just waiting for him to cut his own foot off at that point. Like,
just so you know, Josh, you're setting a precedent here, and I can't wait till we get to The Last Jedi.
So, I know what you're talking about. It's not as bad as this.
Oh, it's pretty bad.
It's bad. It's not as bad as this. So he finally moves forward, and he has this awkward backward grip, slicing less through the droid as much as in front of the droid's midsection. And the animators like had it spark so that you didn't notice that the lightsaber didn't connect.
Oh god.
And while he does this, by the way, a blaster bolt comes off from off screen and hits his lightsaber just happenstancely. And while he puts his lightsaber through that, or rather in front of that droid, he takes the other lightsaber and plants it in the dead droid. And that is his full 3 seconds of frame.
Now, do we have a name for this Jedi Master?
How the fuck would I find this man?
I'm just saying that perhaps we saw what Master Bates was doing in the time period of Star Wars. Episode 2, Attack the Clones.
Oh, God. So, I want to know, because obviously, as we know, based on everything that we figured out about the creation of Attack of the Clones, they just kind of did shit, and then they had the animators, the CGI artists, put things in after to react to them. Why did they take this shot and put it beyond fucking C-3PO as the only other thing in frame, the only other thing that you can actually see in the background? Why was this something they were so comfortable with putting almost secondarily important in the frame? It's like,
Josh, I see what you're saying, but can I offer a rebuttal?
Sure.
Have you seen the rest of this fucking dumpster fire?
Oh, it's so bad, but specifically that is...
This movie is a bad movie. Why are we asking why they let... a man shit his pants on the set of this movie. It's not in the movie.
So episode 1, we most likely had a man piss on the set.
Yeah.
Episode 2, a man shat himself on the set.
So who vomited on the set of episode 3?
That's what I was about to ask.
Is that the next step up?
I don't know what's next.
I mean, that's just the natural,
Honestly, I think it's a step down.
Hold on. Let Ben finish that sentence. It's the natural what there, buddy? Do you need to go see someone? What do you mean?
It's the progression of things vacating the body.
What the fuck does your morning routine look like?
It's like...
Love you, Ben.
Oh god, this fucking movie, man.
I don't know where to go from here.
So, Padme's ship looks like a bullet blender.
Is this the second fucking mention of a bullet blender?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, the bullet blender episode where I put where I photoshopped a non-trademark brand bullet blender, that came out this week. We've talked about how the Vader dinner scene is like our nirvana, like our heaven where we exist. Like, if there's an afterlife to Star Wars Every Week Forever, that's where we go. If there's a hell on Star Wars Every Week Forever, someplace where we will go for eternal damnation for coming up with this terrible idea, it is that fucking scene between Anakin and Padme. That is the worst thing that I experience every rotation.
It's the duality of the dinner scenes.
It's the duality. Not the stemless pair, although that's a part of it. The scene after, where George made a dress that Natalie Portman couldn't breathe in.
Oh, you mean I hate sand?
No. It's the
rapey scene.
Yeah, it's the rapey. Oh, you mean all of them? Okay. But yeah, that one.
Well, yeah.
The very rapey scene.
Yeah.
I'm haunted by the kiss you should have never given me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the firelit. Yeah,
shit.
The worst line in that entire thing. It's filled with terrible lines, both from a writing perspective and from a rapey perspective. But the worst line is, "You are asking me to be rational. That's something I know I cannot do." When he's turned down. That. I don't know what it was about this watch, but that one really, really made me go, okay, I need to get away from the TV screen. Dude, just leave the fucking room. Like, run, Padme.
This movie could only get worse if, like, that scene ended with Anakin leaving the room being like, all right, well, you were a bitch anyway.
That sounds like an Anakin thing to do. That's my hell. That's the worst thing I experience every rotation. It is, it's terrible. I hate being there.
Anakin's gonna drive his Honda Civic home, drink a Four Loko, and call Padme's sister.
Your sister is married with children.
You think that would stop Anakin?
Stop.
Ben, you're asking him to be rational, and it's not.
Stop. Stop.
Oh, he's such a terrible human being. Do you think, while I'm just on the subject of Anakin being fucking terrible, do you think, like, as soon as they got together, based on the one conversation that they had about politics, do you think he just started dropping, like, space QAnon lines, like, throughout the relationship, and Padme had to just quietly dissuade him because she realized that she'd married a fucking alt-right maniac?
Padme, you don't understand. The Jedi, they're running kyber crystals under Dexter's Diner.
It's like...
I've been out-conspiracied by Chris.
This watch with Anakin was the worst watch with Anakin. I was so deeply unhappy every minute of it. Just the worst scum.
Yeah, I don't. Can we? I haven't been the one leading discussions lately on the podcast. I've been trying to avoid it. And by it I mean Star Wars. This watch, it struck me really hard for the first time in a long time. Like, the Jedi are just fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like, they send Anakin, like, all right, let's send the horny teenager with, the queen he obviously has a crush on, and, yeah, we'll just send them on a nice little romantic getaway, and it'll be, he'll be just a totally normal Jedi. We'll have nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fun.
I did make a note this week, and it's unrelated. I'll bring it up later, but One of the things that really like just hit me different this time was Yoda telling Obi-Wan to arrest and to capture and bring Jango to them on a planet that is not a part of the Republic that they currently have a relationship with. So basically, Minch said, "Could you please kidnap that man?"
Well, the Jedi believe that they have jurisdiction everywhere, and they are the ultimate force of good, in the galaxy. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Jedi jurisdiction, bitch.
Yeah, it's
Obi-Wan
really...
says as he kicks Jango's door in.
And like another thing that I noticed this watch, like, do no planets have like docking procedures unless they're running fucking spice or they're a mining colony? No planet in any of these movies except Cloud City, which was already shady, has any docking procedure. People can just land normally without notice on any portion of the planet.
I mean, do you notify local governments when you plan on parking in a parking lot? Like, what do you...
I mean, you notify local governments when you decide to go to a top secret training facility that has thousands upon thousands of clones of a guy that you're after. Yeah, you probably should. You probably in any other world would get shot out of the sky for doing that.
Listen, first off, aren't they like a pacifist society? Other than the clone war machines they make.
I'll let you think about that one.
That's a big...
No, I'm saying like the actual like species itself. Like they're not. The planet doesn't really have much in the way of like. I don't know. Do they use their like clones they're making as security too? Like
I don't think you can describe a race as pacifist when they make clones to fight wars for them. I think that's just we have slave soldiers.
Do they make clones to fight for them, or do they just make clones to fight for like?
I think they make clones to fight for them and anybody that pays.
But this is the problem. We don't have
that
much.
Fight is the point where we should stop.
No, I know, but still.
Yeah.
It's like, does the guy who build guns care about hurting people?
Listen, now we're just gonna fucking recite the plot of the first Iron Man movie right now. That's what we're doing.
The first Iron Man movie ripped off Attack of the Clones, confirmed.
God damn it.
Before I forget, I'm on Wikipedia of the Battle of Geonosis, specifically the arena. I've gone through every name on this page and cannot find this person. However, there's a section that says any other Jedi present most likely perished in the battle that day, along with at least 5 other Jedi. And at least 5 other Jedi are 5 separate hyperlinks. And each one leads to a different page, including Unidentified Human Jedi 3, Unidentified Human Female Jedi, and Unidentified Human Jedi, parentheses, C-3PO decapitation.
Well, that's the title.
I don't know if we can title something on a platform with the word decapitation in it.
You're probably right.
Not to mention Unidentified Human Jedi 2. And just Unidentified Human Jedi, which I think might be our man, but I'm not sure.
So you did have a point in regards to the Confederacy to bring up, Ben, I believe.
I did?
Yes. I believe it's in regards to taxes.
Oh, that's right, my homework. The IG-227 Hellfire class droid tank was actually created by the fucking goddamn intergalactic banking clan as a form of essentially it was used to ensure people made their loan payments. So essentially, people would take money take a loan from the bank, the intergalactic banking clan, and from how this reads as a surface level thing, it's like you'd sign the contract, and on the contract it says, if you fail to make a payment, we will send a rocket droid on wheels after you.
We will have a tank show up at your door. Thank you very much.
And since I believe it was Josh.
A friend of the show sent me a meme in regards to it that was that information. Then knock knock, time to pay your back taxes, bitch. And then Ben took it from there.
So then I went on to the Wikipedia and I verified it. I had a source, but I will get it back in a second. But since I've Googled that, since this is like a very popular like children's toy, and Google is always watching, I've been getting a whole ton of ads for these fucking toys anymore.
Did you pay your taxes, Ben?
Oh, hey, speaking of toys, as the resident toy follower, I guess, on the podcast, congrats to Sasha Banks on her first Star Wars related action figure being announced today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's having a hell of a year.
Yeah, it's Casca something, isn't it, on The Mandalorian?
I have not watched the second season of Mandalorian, but I'm very happy for her. She also, the time of recording, is main eventing WrestleMania tomorrow, and that's fantastic.
Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, I'm derailing back to droids.
Please do. No more wrestling talk. Nobody wants wrestling talk on this podcast.
I'm also derailing because I have no way to participate in that conversation. Manufactured by Hayor Chow Engineering, the Hellfire droid was originally commissioned for construction by the Intergalactic Banking Clan prior to the Clone Wars for the intended purpose of debt collection.
God.
These guys are actually also related to the IG units, the assassin droids.
I don't know what the IG unit is. Can I gush about the old canon about the IG? Yeah, can I gush about the old canon IGs for a second?
Yo, go for it.
So, there was a book that came out in like 1995, and it was essentially following the tracks of all of the bounty hunters chasing down Luke Skywalker, or chasing down the Millennium Falcon in Empire Strikes Back. And IG-88 was in that. And they told the entire story of the IG series and how they broke out, become sentient, and they were essentially a hive mind.
Hive mind, yeah.
I don't think they're like that in like a hyper sentient hive mind of just a ton of droids. I don't think they're like that in this canon anymore, and it makes me sad because that's super interesting. Just like over 88 droids across the galaxy, all sharing each other's thoughts, processors, and experiences. Many doing bounty hunter work, many serving as protocol droids, all looking to some point take over the galaxy. It's fucking amazing, and I wish Star Wars had spent more time on that. That was canon that is so not fresh that it's deep under the ground as mulch. Thank you.
I'm so sad.
What?
There's one paragraph on canon for the IG series.
Oh.
The Intergalactic Banking Clan maintained an army of IG Lancer droids. IG-88 was an assassin droid. A set of 5 identical assassin droids manufactured by Howland Laboratories during the final decades of the Galactic Republic. Only moments after their activation, IG-88 slaughtered the constructors and escaped their laboratories to roam the galaxy. Several of these droids went back to work as bounty hunters, including the infamous IG-88.
That's all the same information as is detailed in that book, which I'm sure was not canon by the time I read it. But
minus the hive mind.
Minus the hive mind, which is the most interesting part.
Also, no, the most interesting part is when IG-88 integrated with the second Death Star. I shit you not, I forget if we talked about this before, but he uploaded his intelligence to the second Death Star, I shit you not, and he would dick with Palpatine, and died when it got blown up at the end of Return of the Jedi, and that's just one of my favorite fucking things ever, because it's so batshit and stupid.
No,
like,
yeah,
he would be closing doors on Palpatine and shit. It's just like so stupid and petty.
Vader, the door closed again. I'm trapped in here, Vader.
Just imagining he's like walking down the hallway talking to like one of the Imperial advisors, and like the advisor goes through the door and Palpatine's right behind him. The advisor just hears the door shut, but not all the way, and turns around and Palpatine's like crammed in between the panels, like, yeah.
Palpatine gets stuck in. It's very Better Call Saul, and Palpatine gets stuck in a room, but he can't call for help, not because he's afraid of anything, but instead because Palpatine can't be seen as weak. So he's stuck in that room for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and has to wait until somebody comes to the door on the other side so that it opens, and Palpatine just storms out without saying anything, and if they ask, he just electrocutes them. That's pretty great. And also, not even close to fresh canon.
At some point
Still
before or
canon.
during 4ABY, IG-88 undertook a software infiltration of the Empire's second Death Star. However, his plan was single-handedly thwarted by the Imperial astromech droid R2Q5.
God damn that R2Q5. God damn that R2Q5.
I have a little R2Q5 on my desk. Thank you very much.
What? Why?
Because he was in a Lego set I got. It's a little Lego figure.
That's such a strange thing to sell.
He was a part of a Star Destroyer, I think it was. I got this when I was young, but I don't know. I just kind of kept it around because I liked him. Welcome to Ben's Knickknacks every week. For today, that's it.
We do like a nerdy antiques roadshow called Ben's Knickknacks.
Hold on. This is very important.
Oh no.
The takeover of the Death Star 2 is canon.
What?
It's canon. It's in the canon tab of the article.
I read it off of the canon tab. Holy shit.
R2Q5 stopped IG-88 from taking over the Death Star in current canon. Current canon.
Oh my.
Thank you. This is wonderful. Fresh canon.
It is fresh
canon. Fresh canon.
Fresh canon.
Oh, this is the weirdest feeling of victory ever.
Dude, listen, we don't really get many wins on this podcast.
This is a win.
So I'll take whatever win we can get.
Let's bask in it for a second, because we definitely don't win. Oh, so nice. Have you noticed how the back of Yoda's head looks like a shriveled up ball sack?
You're a real son of a bitch for this. First off. Second, we're not doing. All right, fucking fine. Throw it up there. How many times can we say ball sack in this fucking conversation? Throw that fucking counter up there.
Fuck you.
Third, Minch. Good sir.
Minch, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Minch.
So
don't you talk about Minch's ball sack head like that?
I got obsessed this watch about how.
Wait, Josh, we need to take a break.
I'm not talking about that anymore.
I know, but I need a second to process what just went through my ear holes.
So, Minch, throughout this movie, the green coloration that he has is all over the place. It's nearly never consistent. And I started noticing that because there's one, maybe two shots, but I think just the one shot of the back of his head in the entire movie. And it is the worst CGI, I think, in the entire movie. It looks awful. Truly, genuinely awful. And it's one of the first shots in the movie. It's right as Palpatine says, "We will discuss this later."
Oh no.
Turns around and walks towards Padme. It's terrible. Truly terrible. And I'll compliment Revenge of the Sith. It really is amazing how far they came between this Yoda and that Yoda. Because this Yoda's starting to show some age.
I don't know if we can continue referring to Minch as Minch.
Why?
Because Minch is a Legends character of Yoda's species.
Fuck that guy. He's not canon.
Ouch! Fuck Kyle Katarn. He's not canon.
I will not die on this Minch hill because that character was named because Yoda was originally supposed to be named Minch. I guarantee it. He will be referred to as Minch. We are not killing this bit, Ben. Don't take this joy from me.
God, Wikipedia giveth and Wikipedia taketh the fuck away.
No, it did not take this away from us. It stays.
What stays?
Minch was Yaddle's first name. What the fuck?
My God, it's like the obsession with naming everything Star Killer because that
we
was
had
supposed to be
one
his name.
win, Wikipedia. We had one win, and then you took everything from us.
This is
Hold on.
the farthest we've fallen.
Hold on. Time out.
I think it's time to call it.
Hold on. Time out. Josh, I totally just heard your dad sneezing in the back.
So, fans of the show, you may have noticed some weird bumps every great once in a while that sounds mysteriously like a sneeze.
Figured you were gonna edit that out.
Through the history of the podcast, that is my dad's truly powerful from way across the house and on another layer of it sneeze. I'm just gonna embrace it now because I have tried to edit it out of the podcast many times and it never works. So, friend of the show, my dad sneeze.
Friend of the show, my dad sneeze.
Fucking Christ.
God. Is this what we've come to?
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Oh no! Wait!
Get off Wikipedia.
I'm on Google, and on the people also asked, it says, "Is Yoda a Minch?"
Oh, what?
I have Minch Star Wars typed into Google, and the first thing on people also asked is Yoda a Minch?
Or is it Yaddle Minch, and they're asking is Minch the family name? God damn it! Every once in a while,
the third one is how did Yoda die?
That makes me really mad.
How do you not know how Yoda died?
Is baby Yoda actually Yoda?
He just went to sleep and died. He just went, well, I've decided I'm going to die right now, and I'm going to walk over here, and I'm going to die. It is kind of bullshit.
It is pretty bullshit. It started the long tradition of people just kind of dying in Star Wars. It just done.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Obi-Wan kind of started the tradition of people just dying.
Oh, I have a note about this week. So the battle with Dooku at the end.
Okay.
Fucking Anakin's fucking useless because he just lost a hand. Obi-Wan got a couple of cuts and I get it. He's in pain, but he's totally conscious and aware. And here comes Count Dooku finishing up the fight with Yoda by dropping a fucking pillar on them, and Obi-Wan's just laying there looking at it. And he doesn't even flinch. He's just looking around like fucking nothing. And I appreciate the dedication to not having a will to live.
Yes, viewers, you did just hear my dad sneeze again.
God. This might become a bigger bit than pod racing.
Shut the fuck up. So, do you have any follow-up on that one, Ben? Because I immediately tuned out when I started laughing because I heard the sneeze again.
No, I thought it was funny because the shot literally is just Obi-Wan on the ground holding his leg, and he just looks up at the thing falling on him and doesn't flinch. He just looks.
Oh, I mean, we know by this point that Obi-Wan just wants to die at this point, so this just further cements that.
Obi-Wan has chosen death, which is why he's so happy in that moment when Vader kills him.
The sneezes start coming and they don't stop coming. Hold on, I'm gonna go check on my dad.
Just future Josh added in some elevator music here.
Like how you tell future Josh to edit it in and then you just sing it anyway.
Because he won't, so I'm gonna do it myself.
I'm back. My dad is fine.
That was really perfect timing. Came in at the perfect lull. And we're back. Let's move on to Jimmy from Utah. Jimmy, what's your question?
Can I ask a question?
Maybe.
Why and how? Why is it every important senator and Jedi is inside of Palpatine's quarters when Anakin, this random Padawan, transmits information of Obi-Wan from like 3 hours ago back to Coruscant? Why is everyone just magically gathered?
You know, they're just chilling.
They're just chilling.
Just hang out.
You know.
Fucking mind your business. It's Jedi stuff.
As you know, Bail Organa, Mace Windu, Palpatine, and Jar Jar Binks Wood, they were just chilling. They were a regular, foursome. They go out, they have drinking nights together. It's normal.
That could be a fun, like, bottle episode. Disney's doing all these, like, miniseries, and, like, they're doing the Marvel What If series. Let's just get, like, just in, like, a little short of them in, like, a bar together.
Yeah.
Do we want to pitch that, Star Lads?
Well, wait. There's already there's already the one bar on Coruscant that's like a clone bar, and I would love to see that.
Okay, so so pitch the show, Ben. This is your idea. Roll with it. Run with it.
No, I'm just saying, like, what the, like, fucking, just like a micro series almost of what the fuck is going on in the clone bar, just like on a given night. Like, like random ass clone brawls break out when they're like fucking wasted.
It's actually a social commentary because the clones are being invaded by the senators and the Jedi, but this is the clones bar, so the clones are actually fighting against the Jedi and the senators.
I wasn't even gonna try and tie it back around.
I know, but we were talking about that one thing, Ben, and you brought up something entirely different. I'm trying to connect the two.
Okay, give my ADD a break, Josh.
Jimmy from Utah, you're still on hold. We could.
This has been Star Wars Every Week Forever. Good night.
Has it?
I'm gonna today recommend. Hello, everyone.
You want to take a second go there, bud?
Nope. This week am deciding to recommend everyone read the Legends novel Star Wars Darth Plagueis, because I personally haven't finished it yet, but I know a lot of people like it. Hey, I did a thing.
Dear God, you didn't have to make a suggestion.
But I did. I regret nothing.
But Ben, have you heard about the tragedy of Darth Plagueis?
Nope, never.
It's not a story the Jedi would tell you.
Hello, all you beautiful people, and thank you very much for joining us on yet another week of Star Wars Every Week Forever. We upload every Wednesday around noon on various platforms, including YouTube, Spotify, TuneIn, and many others. If you have any friends, companions, people you would like to torture with our presence, feel free to send them our way. You know where to find us. If you would like to interact with the show and the various co-hosts, being me, Josh, and Chris, you can find us quite easily on Twitter at SWEWF. We check there very regularly, so it's easy to get a hold of us. And I hope all of you wonderful people have a glorious rest of your day. Until next we meet, may the Force be with you.